In this video, we're going to be doing some dubious speculation and some serious reaching, so please do yours in the comments also, and I do apologise up front for mispronouncing any of the words in the video. I'm just a simple Englishman who struggles with English at the best of times. So today, we got the new resonators for Rinascita shown off by Kuro, and the resonator in question in this particular video is Brant, the colourful pirate himself. So before we get into my dubious theory crafting here and making some serious reaches about the character himself and the potential gameplay of the character in regards to movesets and even the attribute of Brant, let's talk about what we do know for now. Well, we can see that Brant is a sailor or a pirate with a very colourful outfit and style to match, adorned with a tricorn hat, blue, pink and white shirt with flashes of gold. He's no slouch in the style department. He's equipped with a pistol, which looks like it could possibly be a flintlock pistol, a masquerade-style mask on his hip, and what looks to be a rapier sword. So before we get into his weapons and items and how they could impact the style of his play, let's talk about his potential attribute and the reasons for my conclusion. So this is where the dubious speculation comes into play and we do some reaching. We know his name is Brant in English, which comes from the name Brand in Old English, which means fire and brand, and this means sword. The name can be interpreted as firebrand, which also means someone who is fierce and relentless like a sword, or someone who stirs up passion and excitement. If we focus on the more literal part of firebrand, we could deduce this could allude to a fire or fusion sword in the world of Solaris. Also, the word brand originally meant a burning piece of wood. It comes from the Middle English word brand, which means torch. The word brand comes from the Old English meaning burning and came to mean the verb mark with hot iron in Middle English by the 17th century and came to denote ownership by branding. And the term branding referred to the practice of branding livestock, which dates back more than 4,000 years, and the word comes from the Old Norse word brandia, which means to burn, once again bringing us back to this idea of fire, burning, pyro, fusion. Brant also translates to Belanti in simplified Chinese. Now if we do even more dubious extrapolation and take the word Belanti and change it to the word Belanti, which is used in some local areas in the Bicol region in the Philippines, or at least according to ChatGPT it is, as a word for hot or spicy, we could make another serious reach to use this to back up the fact he could be a fusion-based character. So now that we have 100% confirmed that he is a fusion-based resonator, because I think we can all agree there was flawless logic behind what I just said, let's talk about his potential gameplay style. But in all seriousness, could Brant be the hybrid character that we've been speaking about, or at least in my community we have? I've mentioned a few times how cool it would be to have a character that deals range damage with the ability to parry or just get up close and personal with enemies also. This could well be Brant's role in the game. Now the reasoning for this is pretty obvious, as he is equipped with both a pistol and a sword, and my reasoning for calling it a sword and not a broadblade is twofold. One, with Brant's design and the fact he is either a pirate or at least heavily inspired by pirates, and two, the design of the weapon handle itself seems to look more like a rapier than an actual traditional straight sword. Hence, being a rapier leads me to think it's a sword and not a broadblade that he uses, but it could be either, to be honest. The pistol itself could be a flintlock pistol, which could potentially mean a slow firing pistol in conjunction with melee strikes, or it could work similar to ranged weapons already in the game. Now let's talk about his mask upon his hip and the potential for it to be a part of his forte and a switch in his gameplay style itself. Now let's imagine him using either ranged or melee as standard in his base combat form, and when filling up his forte he dons the mask and switches playstyle to his alternative mode, again either ranged or melee depending on his base style. I think it would also be interesting for a ranged character to be able to melee alongside firing their weapon and again lend into this more hybrid style. Now as to what kind of resonator he is a little harder to attempt to guess. Is he a DPS, a sub DPS, a support, or a sustain character? My thinking is he is a potential sub DPS / support character with the ability to buff his own melee attacks with ranged attacks, and also buffing incoming characters via his outro or potentially his ult. Now of course, this is all just assumptions based on nothing really, but hey, this is all we have for now, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about this with the new characters being shown off, and the fact he has two weapons has sparked my imagination on his potential gameplay style. Could we see him alternating between gun and sword in his basic attacks? Could his range attacks be used to buff the incoming more powerful melee attack? Could he just have two styles of fighting, for example one being range as a base and the other melee when his forte is activated, or vice versa? Who knows, but the idea sounds cool to me. What are your thoughts on Brant and the wild assumptions made in this video? I would love to hear them. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it and comment down below what your thoughts are on the new characters, on my ideas about the new character, and what do you think about Brant? Could he be fusion? Could he be a dual character in regards to the weapons? Is he more of a hybrid character? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Or do you just think everything I said in this video was deranged? I'd still like to hear that also. And as well, if you're new, guys, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Kuro.